And the only acceptable emotion in the workplace is the only acceptable emotions, I would say, are joy and anger, it seems. Like anger is perfectly acceptable, unfortunately, in my experience, but hurt is not. And that I think is wrong, very wrong.
Yeah. And for me, at least, anger always hides some hurt. Anger
Yes.
always hides some guilt or some shame,
Yeah.
which is much more difficult to share or be open about, even to them oneself. Yeah.
But it's funny, I look back at my experience in corporate environment and I've seen lots of people, men and women, shout at other people, character assassinate them, personal attacks, completely unprofessional behavior. And that behavior is not gossiped about nearly as much as the gal who broke down in tears because she didn't get the sale she was hoping she'd
Yeah.
get.
Yeah. Even like you just said, I have to admit I am a crier. And many times
Yeah.
I have seen that crying or coming close to crying is almost followed by an apology when there is nothing to be apologetic about letting tears out. My mom used to say that tears are words which we cannot express, or tears are expressions which we can't find words for.
Oh, I love that. You have a good mom.
Yes. Yeah. But again, this is the same thing with tears. Always, we are very close to, even for men, we are always like ready to include an apology with it. While I think what we need is a culture where we can cry, where we can be sad, where we can be shameful sometimes or guilty without having to hide it with anger or suppression or all of those, like which are basically hiding something real and which is real business value, because this hides real business information and feedback, which then has real business tangible impact as well.
Absolutely. I remember being completely attacked for my
Mm.
person because someone was angry about what was happening in the business. And I shut down. I think for about 2 or 3 days, I was told that I was a sellout and I was a corporate shell of my former self. And wasn't I just doing all of these awful things because I wasn't on the same team as this person? I wasn't fighting for them. And I can look back on that and know that that person was very angry about what was happening and felt out of control of what was happening. But what the practical impact of that was, I basically went home after that conversation, worked from home for the next 3 days, and I couldn't even look at my computer. I was just so upset and angry and hurt. And I felt so bad about myself that it killed my productivity. And I think I probably switched off. There were probably weeks where I was working, but
Mm.
I certainly wasn't anywhere near as productive as I had been previously. And it's that kind of stuff that leads to people burning out, leads to people losing their creative energy, losing their energy full stop, and then entire businesses stagnating when those sorts of interactions are permeating the culture.
Yeah. And I would just like to add, it's not the crying or the emotion which makes you feel sad or depressed or unable to work. It's the meaning we associate with it. Like, that's wrong. That makes me weak. Oh, I should not have done that. I should not
Yeah.
have let it out. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.